Before we get into the game here, I need to address some things. So firstly, once the actual gameplay starts and my audio kicks in from me back then, past me some would say, you're going to see a noticeable dip in microphone quality. This is because this Let's Play was actually the Let's Play that tipped me off that Camtasia either records at a lower bit rate, records microphone at a lower bitrate quality, or compresses the audio from the microphone and damages it in that fashion. Because I learned this, nowadays you'll see Camtasia recordings having the same quality of microphone essentially as my Fraps recordings. But because this is the thing that tipped me off, obviously this one doesn't have that. So this is a ridiculously old Let's Play, is what I'm saying. I did it a long while back, I just never got it up, and there are some problems with it, and one of them is the microphone, as I mentioned right now. The game is insanely fun, though, so don't let that detract you too much, please, because not for me, not benefiting me, but just I want you to look at the game at the very least, because it's really good. Also, you might notice other differences, other discrepancies. I'm not sure if my mic settings were different back then, but they may have been. This Let's Play, these files, the first 13, 14 episodes, I think, or something like that. The first 10 are with bad audio, by the way. Long time ago, a couple of months ago, maybe half a year ago, I'm not quite sure, so my audio settings might have been different. Many things may have been different. I don't know. And then the second half of this will actually, the second half is the 13, 14, is after like that area. That's where you're going to notice there might be a change in the audio settings, and you're going to notice you might notice some other weird oddities. You should just ignore them, because that was me coming back to it. And this is me recording this intro before going and playing it to record the second half. So the Southern campaign is what I'm going to be recording, I think. I don't actually know. But, yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for giving this a shot, and thanks for listening to this opening part. I'm going to leave you to the actual gameplay now. Hello there, I'm Relicti, and I like strange games. Or, well, games with kind of unique ideas, I guess. We'll go with that word. This is Human Tanks. I actually wore the Human Tanks. My bad. It's War of the Human Tanks. It's a game about human tanks. It's kind of weird. As far as this game goes, I've played 2 battles now. One being the tutorial, one being the first fight. And I did that because I was actually trying to record them, but Camtasia has this weird setting that you can actually not record audio. And I wasn't recording audio because I had been testing something else out earlier on in the day. And I was really tired because I'd been up, the entire night, I was up for like 32 hours straight, okay? So, little things like that slip my mind. And it cost me an hour of recording time. Oh yeah. But this is more of the Human Tanks, and I think that we should just play it and look at it, and I'll describe why it's an interesting, weird game as we go. So let's just do that. Note, I can load my game. Ha! From failure. I have a lot to read. We're only gonna get like 2 battles. I have a lot to read. To all the human tanks living in this world. Go. Commander, the scout tank has been hit. Already? Model and position of the human tank? Spotter Mike, coordinates X7Y4. See? Told you so. Dang. Cock the rifle in your hands. Next up, they'll come after your assault tank at X8, Y6. That was just a lucky shot. Yes, it was a coincidence. Second Lieutenant, just ignore him and advance the human tanks. Roger. Shock Unit Poochie, forward. Roger that. Pull the pin of your hand grenade. Oh no, a hit on the tank. It's fallen silent. Report the location. Where was the hit? Well, X8, Y6. See? Just as Big Bro said. Shut it! You stay out of this! How come? Big Bro is so nice, he's giving out advice. Thanks for the rhyme. I am the captain of the human tank unit, and I don't need any advice from people like you. My unit is going to seize victory on its own. X12, Y7. Those advisors, I'll be damned if I need them. Captain, another human tank. Another scout unit has gone silent. Advance! All tanks forward! And aim the anti-aircraft gun. Roger, long-range battery, forward! Why would you move a long-range battery forward? Doesn't even make sense. Roger that. In the meantime, a pincer attack will silence the rear. Big Bro? They're gonna lose at this rate. Are you okay with that? We're just advisors. If the captain keeps ignoring us and loses the battle, she'll only have herself to blame. But... and she seems unwilling to heed our advice. Nothing we can say can turn her around. But if she did what you told her, she'd definitely win the battle. She's wasting a big chance. Chiyoko, remember we're still under freeze order. Captain, we've got a situation. There are enemy human tanks behind the battery. They are coming for the command tank in the rear unit. What? Evade! Just evade them! We're not going to make it. I guess this HQ is also at the end of the road. Chiyoko, let's go home and finish watching that anime episode. Can we really leave them alone here? Oh no! Nanako! Captain! Command tank Nanako has fallen silent! God damn it! Your enemy stands before you. Still, because you're failing to kill them. Target spotted. Yipes! Big Bro! An enemy human tank, huh? Boy, we got busted. What do we do, Big Bro? Shoutaro, Daihon'ei. Huh. It appears that I'm the target. What should I do, I wonder? Chiyoko will protect you, Big Bro. How valiant. Die, Shoutaro. Pull the triggers and annihilate them. Huh? What just happened? Look, the enemy human tank is down. Are you unharmed, sir, ma'am? Unharmed, sir and ma'am, I guess, but, you know. Heshiko! Were you following us in secret again? Yes, sir. Protecting our senior officers is the duty of all human tanks. You rock, Heshiko. You totally saved us. A human tank acting against standing orders and entering the battlefield of its own initiative? You're due for a spanking when we're back home. Huh? That's cruel, sir. But Big Bro, do you think we're gonna be fine? What do you mean? What can I say? The enemies... the Kingdom's human tanks. Don't you feel that they've grown stronger than before? Yeah, I suppose their performance has been improving. Big Bro, I want to fight in the war too. Or more like, you just want to tinker with human tanks, don't you? Don't worry, the day will soon come. I expect we'll get unfrozen before long. Your enemy stands before you. Intro time?
願い事届けて体まで届けてそしてまた伝えて私の想いまた取り引いて膝を叩いてるためにの日々の進路
has already been 20 years since the first human tank was developed. The Empire, oh by the way, they make it Japan, which I think is some kind of joke, but I could be wrong. They could just be trying to, you know, avoid it being the Empire of Japan on account of them. Japan had an empire for a long time. Anyway, but I'm just going to say Japan because Japan is really awkward, so Japan. The Empire of Japan once ruled the entire land of Japan. However, that is now but history. In the course of the kingdom's attempt to invade the Empire's last territory, what the hell? I can't read. This happened too. The way I read is like I'll be saying a line, but I'll actually be, you know, mentally reading the next line, and I just get really confused really easily. Which I need to stop doing that, but I can't. It's just how I read. In the course of the kingdom's attempt to invade the Empire's last territories begins the story of our hero and his company. Fellows, we have lost yet another battle. I expected as much. Rats, the kingdom's human tanks are extraordinary in performance. Can we not capture a couple of them? Shut up, Merlinus. Do you forget how I once managed to seize one, and discover there was little difference from ours? So are you implying this series of defeats is not due to the lacking performance of our tanks? You also know why, do you not? That Kingdom battery sitting right on the edge of the territory under our direct rule. That's the biggest obstacle in attacking them. Attacking them, you say? Are you sure you don't mean defending from them? What I wish to know is why we lost and ended up allowing them to set the battery up there in the first place. If you're not going to admit it, then I will. To put it plainly, it's because their commanders are better than ours. Ugh. Either way, we're in big trouble. If we don't do something soon, the Royal Army is going to reach our capital in less than a month. It's the tanks. We have to do something about our tanks' performance. That's all we can do, I guess. Ellipses. As a matter of fact, we do indeed have one solution to both the issue of commanders and human tanks. I will not hear of it! Yeah. And we'll keep on losing. However, that solution is... I'm afraid we have no choice but to take it, see? Yeah, see? I really must voice my objection, but it's true that it is the only way out left for us. We shall unfreeze Daihon'ei. A and C's voice is kind of intermingled. Episode 1, Daihon'ei Unfrozen. Random blood spatter and random recycling. That's how we do it in life. Let's recycle that blood and put it into other units. This is the territory directly governed by the Imperial Japanese Army headquarters. Due to the recent string of defeats, it is now the only territory that the Empire controls. Ironically, no sense of defeat can be felt anywhere in the area. If the kingdom wins, all that means is that a king will sit the throne instead of an emperor. The citizens probably think. Nonetheless, the capital is unusually boisterous, like the light of a candle about to flicker out. The Imperial 4th Armored Corps. Even under the immediate danger of complete defeat, the post of this small unit is nestled here in the suburbs far removed from the war. Shoko, got anything to drink? We've got cola, big bro. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do. Bring it here, will you? Here you are. Thank you, Choco. So, big bro, what you watching? Anime. As expected, a big bro. You must be studying it to come up with some new battle plans. Nah, I'm just watching it because I got nothing else to do. There you go again. Oh man, this series ends next week. Really? It lasted longer than expected, huh? Dang, I'm a major fan of it too. Who would be speaking? I don't remember. Oh, I know who's speaking. This is so not right. Whoa, what's with the yelling? Oh, big bro, there's someone there. Who are you? Did you just let yourself in? Shoutaro Daihon'ei. Is that you, sir? That's me. So, who might you be? I have one question for you, sir. What is it? This is a military post, correct? It is. I entered through the front door. How polite of you. The door wasn't locked. What? Are you sure? Choco, didn't you lock it when we got back? I don't know. How can your security be so weak? Honestly, you're mad about a door being locked? A door that's presumably wooden being locked? Well, rather being unlocked? I mean, come on. I don't even have a sentry out there. That's where I would be concerned. Military post without sentries. Talk about really bad security. That's where it comes in line. A locked door? That's not really going to do anything. But a sentry? That might. Especially if there was more than one. And they weren't standing right beside the door. Just putting that out there. You've been assigned here. So you're a new member of our unit? That I am. Imperial 4th Armored Corps. This commission paper does mention our unit. Seriously? No kidding. But it can't be true, I know. If I hold the paper up against the light, another unit's name will not appear. What's her name, big bro? Why are you asking me when she's standing right there? So, your name? This is the thing that I can't pronounce. I am Liselotte. Liselotte? I don't know. Liselotte Satou, 2nd Lieutenant. Luckily, they only refer to her as Satou from here on out, so I don't got to pronounce that word again. Or at least I did until the end of the first battle, the first real battle. We're gonna have a tutorial here soon. 2nd Lieutenant. Woo, she's the same as me. Let's see. Oh, you graduated first in your class from the military academy. I just graduated this year. She's elite! Why would they send someone like her all the way to a remote post like this? That's exactly what I'd like to know. There must be some kind of mistake. At least I strongly hope so. Captain, do we have a guest, sir? Oh, Heshiko, it's you. Sir, yes, sir. What is it, Heshiko? Ma'am, if we have a guest, I'll have to make her some tea. It's very rare to see a customized unit like that around here. I can't believe it, you noticed! Chiyoko remodeled her. That's right, Chiyoko usually speaks in the third person. It's kind of a thing in Japan to have a lot of characters speak in third person. Fire Emblem does it like every game. A lot of animes do it. This game's doing it. It's just one of those things that you have to come to expect from like a Japanese game, is that somebody somewhere is going to speak in the third person. And they're not always main characters, but there's a trend where they usually are. Such as Choco's a kind of a main character here. In Fire Emblem it was Faye. Like Fire Emblem 6, the most recent one I was playing, it's Faye. And freaking in Final Fantasy, it's that stupid fat girl who likes to eat food. Likes to eat enemies, essentially. I think that one speaks in the third person as well. I can't remember because I haven't played Final Fantasy 9 in a long time. Goodness, but yeah, she speaks in the third person. You did that? That's right. How do you like it? How do you like it? Isn't that red muffler great? Ma'am, would you like barley tea? What does the muffler do? It 100% guarantees a safe return from battle. That's impressive. She doesn't seem to believe her. What about barley tea? This girl is Chiyoko Daihon'ei, my sister. She is a 2nd lieutenant in engineering, and works in my unit as leader of the engineering team. She's also the only engineer, I think. Isn't Chiyoko a little hard to pronounce? You can just call me Choco, like Chocobo. I shouldn't make that reference. I see. The barley tea. By the way, Lieutenant. Lieutenant? Oh, it's me. Please do not forget your own rank. I'll try. I won't forget. Just kidding, yeah. Smooth. As of today, I am assigned to this company. Along with that, I have brought a commission for you, Lieutenant. I see. Now I get what's going on. I beg your pardon? I meant I can imagine what that paper is about. Big bro, could that be? Yeah, probably. Satou, have you read that yet? The envelope's sealed with the Imperial seal. No one but you is allowed to open it, sir. So you haven't, eh? Then open it. But only you. It doesn't matter when I'm right here. Is that an order? Yeah, you can take it that way. She doesn't seem happy about doing this. Ah, too bad. Yeah. What kind of joke is this? My unit is called the Imperial Japanese 4th Armored Corps, under direct control of the Emperor, the Imperial Army HQ. Is this really a commission paper? And I know what the order they issued is. As of 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, the Daihon'ei are unfrozen. That is all the paper says. Score! At long last, huh, big bro? What? Chiyoko Daihon'ei and her human tanks are unfrozen. Shoutaro Daihon'ei and his human tanks are unfrozen. In other words, they commanded us to take the kingdom down. Should I serve the guest barley tea, sir? What are you doing, Heshiko? Go get all human tanks prepared for battle. Certainly. I'd better bring cooler rather than barley. Wait, did you just order me to prepare for combat, sir? Exactly. We're coming back to the battlefield. We can finally fight again. The shit's gonna get real, baby. We have arrived, Lieutenant. We have? I don't see any enemy tanks. I told you that they are up on the high ground. Did you not listen to me? I was asleep. My bad. Would you like me to put you to sleep? Would you like me to put you to sleep for good and all? I'm just kidding. Back off. But how do we get up there? If we could make it there, our Imperial Army would no longer be in an inferior position. Oh, can't we do it then? This path leads to a cliff too steep for human tanks to climb. And if you ever did try to climb, you will get shot by their long-range batteries deployed at the top. And we cannot return fire because we have no tank capable of shooting from this distance. Chiyoko. What is it, big bro? Get Masamune here. But don't you remember she doesn't have much time left? If we have her fight once more... Roger that, big bro. Masamune, you said. She's good to go! Captain, it has been a while. My goodness! RO-01X, Infinite-Range Battery Masamune. Lieutenant, why on earth do you have an infinite-range battery unit here? The kingdom should have finished them all off more than 10 years ago. She can reach up there, right? That is not important now. I need you to tell me why a mere lieutenant like you is keeping an infinite-range battery. 'Cause I'm a die-hard collector. A collector? Just forget it. But big bro, are you sure? Can you do this? I am ready. I will do the best I can for you, Captain. Let the operation begin. Annihilate all enemy tanks within this area. Roger. Roger that, sir. And now we begin the tutorial. Also, master all the human tank types. The key to victory is to direct the tanks according to their classes. As you can see, you got multiple classes here. They're leaving out a class, I think. I think there's a thing called an interceptor, but I don't know what they actually do because I haven't seen it yet in the game. Anyway, these are the units. This one blows itself up. This is the leader of the team. The leader is the multiversited unit. As you'll see in some tactical kind of games that are like this, the command unit is usually the most versatile unit in the game, being able to both attack and recon, but it's also the most valuable unit in the game. So while it has while it can do other things, you don't usually want to do other things with it because you don't want it to get destroyed. The command unit in this game is no different. It's allowed to recon and attack. Assault teams just kind of, run in and shoot stuff. Batteries are our longer ranged units, and scouts obviously do the reconning. Whatever. So let's move in. And this is obviously telling us how the game goes, which, you see how there are little blocks called unknown? That just means you don't know what's there. Some enemies will be in them, some might not. Recon shows what's there. Also, if you just move close to them, you'll also be able to see what's in there. And in this particular battle, the enemy leader is hiding right up here. I believe they're in that square. I'm going to just immediately shoot that square. And we have the infinite range battery, which means that we can fire anywhere on the map. So let's get this party started, eh?
3、2、1、状況開始。
Before we get into it, let me just regard some things here. You see, these are our human tanks. You can carry over any human tanks that survive to the next level. However, this is a tutorial, so no human tank that survives is going to be brought to our next level. These four are the unimportant tanks. This is Heshiko, and that's Masamune. And Heshiko is obviously going to be dragged to the next battle because Heshiko's actually, kind of like a storyline character. So the enemy leader will be somewhere around here. Tanks seem to die in one hit if you hit them. I think there's a chance that you might miss, like, even if you... No, actually, I don't think that's true. I don't think you can miss. So, I'm pretty sure tanks just die in one hit. So this is kind of like a tactical game. The enemy doesn't know where you are, you don't know where they are. You kind of advance... It's kind of like Battleship. If you hit the square that they're in, they're dead. If you miss, you kind of give yourself away. So I'll show you more in a bit. Lieutenant, no troop has ever gotten close to the battery. We'll be the ones to take it back. Where is it anyway? It should be together with the enemy command tank somewhere on the upper slope. Are there any other tanks besides them? Probably not. The victory is ours if we destroy the command tank. I equipped Heshiko with a few modules. Now she can scout a much greater area. And we've got the Infinite-Range Battery. We'll win for sure. Now please have Masamune dispose of the enemy command unit. Alright, let's give out a big shot to liven things up. Roger that. Preparing the Infinite-Range Battery. Fire! Been a while since I last saw this. It got really far. Haha, big bro! The shot made them notice us. Why would you shoot for nothing? Even though we win if we take down the enemy command tank, did you forget we also lose alongside ours? And Chiyoko is still laughing. That's how I would laugh. Captain, I see enemy tanks running down the hill, sir. For the love of God, we could have brought down the enemy command unit alone. Haha, no point crying over spilled milk. Anyway, the target is the enemy command tank, and that's it. So what are we supposed to do exactly? There are enemy tanks running down toward us. Protect Heshiko and Masamune from them. You can seek them out with the recon command, so destroy them as soon as you find them. But didn't you say the enemy command tank? But didn't you say the enemy command unit is up high up? What? But didn't you say the enemy command unit is high up to the left of us? An ordinary tank will have to get close to attack, but Masamune is capable of shooting wherever the enemy is. So we have Masamune attack the enemy command tank while protecting her, huh? Heshiko and Mike can scout the upper left area as well. Seek the enemies out and attack them. We have to attack and defend at the same time, eh? What a hassle. Go for it, big bro! The battle is about to begin. If you want any of your units to attack, wait until the connect marker pops up. Commence the operation. Move out! And now we wait. Heshiko should be the first. Yep, Heshiko's always the first one. Your command tank's the fastest mover. Recons and assault teams come after that. Long-range batteries are usually the last ones to move, but this is an exception because we have the Infinite-Range Battery Masamune. Found the command tank already. Alright, Masamune, it's time to blow them away. We took down the enemy command tank. You did it, big bro! Victory gained that easy. And all it is you take out the enemy command tanks, you win the battles. But, one hit, one kill, so you better not lose Heshiko. Destroy the enemy human tanks and suppress the artillery battery on the high ground. Charge! And obviously a battle's still going on, but we don't care. I can't believe this. You so easily took over the battery that has been considered impregnable for years. So easily? Is that sarcasm? I'm just stating the truth as I see it. As an actual fact, our losses are negligible. Yeah, and the other one I lost an assault unit. I don't remember how I did it, but I managed to lose an assault unit. And I was like, negligible? I lost an assault tank! She was so cute! I went on this big stick about how cute this assault tank was. It was pretty great. Big bro. Oh. Captain, I am back safely. I wish I could keep fighting for you until the end of the war. You can have a rest now. Farewell. Satou, you might want to get away. Get away from what? Hurry! Oh my. She exploded. Satou, is this your first time seeing the end of a human tank? Not only that, but I've never seen any actual human tanks in my life until today. When a human tank reaches her age, she automatically detonates, just like that. That's horrible. They didn't teach me any of that back at the military academy. Of course they wouldn't. In general, human tanks die on the battlefield before their life runs out. Then that battery must have been a brilliant tank. Brilliant? Am I wrong? You seem to misunderstand. Human tanks have no human rights. I do know they don't. Hence, they're neither human-like rank distinctions for them, nor any praise, no matter how well they fight. They're literally just an object. You don't say a tank has served brilliantly. You say her crew has. Woohoo, I just mind-boggled you. Satou, he simply treats every tank as equal. He sees that deceased battery no differently from any other deceased tank. That totally proves he treats human tanks like human beings, doesn't it? I don't know about that one. He took over the... Oh crap, it's that word that I can't pronounce. All of the words in the fields of this game I can't pronounce. Damn it. How will I ever do things again? Oh crap, whoops. How will I ever do things again? He took over the Ookawahara Battery immediately after we let him loose. Just as we projected. Gah. Gah. So, what is your opinion of them? Considering the result of the battle, I believe them to be a splendid company, sir. No flattering, just be honest with us. In spite of the agreeable result, there is no discipline whatsoever in the troop. Why have you assigned me there, sir? Have you ever heard of the Daihon'ei Corps, the strongest corps in the Empire, led by the General from Hell? Yes, sir, I have. The rumored General from Hell is someone I greatly look up to, sir. You cannot be implying that they are those corps. That's just unbelievable. I'm not saying... Oh, wait, wrong voice. I'm not saying that. How ridiculous. The reason we've sent you there is exactly what is written in your orders. Accept it. Yes, sir. We sincerely hope that your corps will contribute greatly to our Imperial Army's triumph. Sir, we will lead the Imperial Army to victory, even if it costs us our lives. Yosh, as one would say after that. The artillery battery that had been for a long time. Wow, I read that one out of... See, again, just my brain doesn't want to read correctly. The artillery battery that had for a long time been a huge thorn in the side of the Imperial Army. It was the first night after the shadow of that threat passed. Each human tank in Shoutaro's corpse had been given a cola as a reward. As they were usually only allowed barley tea, it was a royal treat for them. Hey, cola's bad for you. Let's just be honest. That's why they get barley tea. We're not being mean or anything and saving all the cola for ourselves. Certainly not. Certainly. Enjoying their reward, every one of them was looking up to that. Wow. Enjoying their remote. See, I just read out of order. Enjoying their reward, every one of them was looking up at the moon, reminiscing about Granny Masamune. Granny. I still can't believe she's gone. Masamune was a very aged tank who used to look after all the other tanks. Although the human tank's intellect is inferior to that of humans, they can still miss the departed tanks. Every one of them felt the pain of her loss, as they shared their memories of her. Granny. I will become a respectable tank like her, and lose my life on the battlefield in an admirable way. They end up watching the moonlit sky until the sun comes up, but she didn't lose her life on the battlefield. She blew up after the battle. In our faces. She actually came up to us and said, "Hi guys, thanks for letting me fight. By the way," kaboom! That's what she did. She tried to kill us. She wouldn't do that. She was a nice person. Let's not spread libel about a dead tank. It's just not a nice practice. Does it not? Ellipses, ellipses, ellipses. Multiple ellipses. Credits.
A tu lado me siento mejor. Nunca te vayas de aquí, mi amor. tu lado me siento mejor. Nunca te vayas de aquí, mi amor.
Okay, so those are the credits to the game. They actually appear after every single episode. And this is the intro again. Since what they're doing is I'm just gonna talk about it. I don't think it changes at all. I'm pretty sure it's the same intro, by the way. It's really nice to actually like this. So what it's doing is, it's kind of like recapping, in a sense, like with the credits. Whatever. I don't know where I would go with that. By the way, it's done in an episodic manner. Episodic manner. So there's an intro for every single episode, and a credits for every single episode, I think, based on this. And maybe these ones actually show themselves later on, and as we progress through the game. I happen to know who the two darkened characters are already, because they'll be shown to us very, very soon. So get ready for it. But it's very important to watch the opening credits, at least the first batch, this is why I really like it, because it shows you what your tanks look like. And then it shows you what the same class of tank looks like on the Kingdom side, so that whenever you see them, you're not like, is that their Poochie, or is that their Assault? Is that their Shock Trooper, or is that their Assault? You know? It just lets you know right away, quickly letting you handle that situation. That's an important fact for all of us. Okay, let's skip the intro. It's time to get roaring. That's what I was gonna say. All right. You know that it works. It's time to get roaring. That works as a sentence. It's just awkward. A few hours prior to Shoutaro's corpse taking over the Ookawahara Battery, there was a unit marching on the plains. No, the word unit does not accurately describe its size. It would be more appropriate to speak of a regiment. The entire plain was covered by human tanks. She's so late. Isn't Megumin back yet? I don't know how to pronounce this word, like this name, Megumin. So it's just gonna sound like Mega Man. Leave me alone. Isn't Megumin back yet? Please wait a little longer, Colonel Iyakura. She's late. The name of this regiment is the Iyakura Regiment. It is the kingdom's largest human tank regiment, put together for the purpose of conquering the imperial capital. And Kurara Iyakura, captain of the regiment, is eagerly awaiting the return of one of her people. She's just supposed to inform the Ookawahara Battery of our arrival, isn't she? As you say, she is slightly behind schedule, ma'am. I'd guess something might have happened to Lieutenant Yamana. Don't be silly. She's in Kingdom territory. How could something happen to her? Colonel Kurara! Megumin, you're back! Colonel Kurara, we have a situation. Just when you finally returned. What is going on? The battery, the Ookawahara Battery. It has been captured. The battery has been captured? What a joke. How could the Ookawahara Battery possibly fall? That's right, Lieutenant. How would the Empire destroy our human tanks deployed up there? It's the truth. The Empire reportedly still controls an infinite-range battery. An infinite-range battery? If that is the case, we might be in huge trouble, ma'am. Megumin, are you certain they managed to take the battery down? Yes, ma'am. A surviving Royal Army soldier reported it, and I confirmed the enemy's flag fluttering up there with my own eyes. I can't believe it. Infinite-range batteries are relics from the Empire's prime. Has the General from Hell come back from the grave? Should we turn back, ma'am? What? The royal capital formed our regiment because we had control of the battery. Now that it's in enemy hands... What? I would have preferred the plural. Now that it's in the enemy's hand, taking over the Imperial capital will be much more difficult. She's pissed. They chose me as captain because the mission would have been easy enough for even a girl from the royal family such as me to accomplish. But since it's now turned more difficult, I should scurry back. Is that what you're implying? That is not what I meant, ma'am. The glory that only taking down the Imperial capital can bestow. That is the only way left for me to inherit the throne, correct? Colonel Kurara, are you thinking my corpse can't accomplish the mission without just one stupid battery? Absolutely not, ma'am. Then it's settled. We are going into battle formation right here. Megaman, give commands to the tanks. Yes, ma'am. All of you, take up positions and prepare for battle. Copy that. Episode 2, Imperial Capital Conquering Regiment. Bloodstain. Let's recycle it. 3 days later. Lieutenant! Yeah! You, I believe your name is... Ma'am, it's Heshiko. Heshiko the command tank. Heshiko, have you seen the lieutenant around here? What? Did you not find him at his regular spot, ma'am? I visited the hangar, his study, and the training yard, but he wasn't anywhere to be seen. If you know where he is, just tell me already. Yes, ma'am. He's watching anime in the living room, ma'am. Come again? That is his regular spot, huh? It's the face of a demon. That new platoon leader. I somehow have trouble getting used to her. Isn't that robot's design cool? Is it? I guess I'll add something like that to Heshiko. You're such a dedicated engineer, Chiyoko. Oh, God. God, it hurts! You have to be dedicated to your work as well, Lieutenant. Oh, it's just you, Satou. You really shouldn't hit someone with the edge of a folder. Did you just say something, sir? I said nothing, and hey, put the folder down. Is this place really a military post? Come on, you should relax a bit and take it easy. No more edge hitting, please. You don't need to be worried, Satou. When he decides to do something, he goes for it seriously. He does not seem that way at all to my eyes. Geez, can't you sense this aurora of reliability? This girl is kind of weird in the head. So, Satou, isn't there something you have to tell me? Aurora, or is it aura? It's aura! Aurora would be like... Well, now I look stupid because I can't think of it. But it'd be aura. In this case, it would be pronounced aura. This is the English language, folks. Multiple ways to say one word. Da-da-da-da. That's right. I found this whole situation so unbelievable that I had almost forgotten about it. I promise I'll buckle down to my work from tomorrow on. So what do you want? Lunch is ready. I beg your pardon? I said lunch is ready. I think it would be good to have it in here together. What? Did you cook lunch for me? Yes, because I'm your staff officer. A staff officer is supposed to cook as well? Staff officers are incredible! That's what they taught me back in the military academy. Big bro, we've lived on cup noodles and stale bread all this time. Yeah, because you can't cook, Chiyoko. With her, we'll finally be able to live a healthy life. Good job, military academy! Big bro, Chiyoko wants a staff officer too. We should share Satou. No, she is my staff officer, not yours. Suddenly you two turned so welcoming. Oh my god, it's curry! It's curry! Oh god, and it's medium hot. Just the way I like it. That's my Satou. Lieutenant, you shouldn't be stuffing your food down your throat like that. Seconds, please. Me too, ma'am. Second Lieutenant Chiyoko, your plate, please. And Heshiko, that's all the food allotted to human tanks. What cruelty. Speaking of which, Satou, eSmart security update has happened. Speaking of which, Satou, I can't make it not auto check for updates. I apologize. Damn you, ESET. Damn you and your infidelity. That's right, I went there. I pulled that card. Oh, great, and it's coming up again. Stay out of my time! Speaking of which, Satou, I noticed something that looked like a commission paper on the table earlier. Ah, that's something I got from a herald, sir. Satou? Oh my god! I'm pissed. She shot a bullet. What's the matter? Heshiko, give me that. Yes, ma'am. A summons. Prepare to engage the Royal Army in combat on Yashirogahara. And it's today. Oh, really? Lieutenant, we have no time to be enjoying curry. Oh man, do we really have to go there? Did you just say something, sir? I mean, can it wait until I finish my curry? Right. It's battle preparation. Preparation, yeah. But big bro, won't the battle have already begun by the time we get there? Is there some problem with that? If we ignore the order and don't join the battle, it'll be a big problem indeed. Still, we don't have any tanks or whatever we need for the battle prepared yet. We received supplies in reward for the success of the previous operation. Why don't we use those to assemble them on the spot? Assemble? Assemble what? Tanks, of course. Human tanks. That's impossible! Do you have any idea how long it takes to build one human tank? Human tank hangar. Woo! How long? 1 entire month for one Poochie shock tank. I can't believe you have none stationed in our base. Don't you worry, Satou. As Big Bro said, I'll quickly put together a couple over there. Huh? 3 minutes is all Chiyoko needs to make a Poochie. How is that even possible? She's special. There's no way one can build a human tank in such a short time. Chiyoko, all packed and ready to go? Sure am, but Big Bro, keep in mind that while it's no trouble assembling them over at the battlefield, I can't do my research there. It doesn't matter. Alright then, Heshiko. We're starting off. I don't know what the word was. If she by chance can actually do a crazy trick like that, why would the people upstairs not make the most of her until now? Satou, let's go! Yes, sir. Satou, let's go! Asahi Stormtroops, get ready. And charge! Wow! That's a thing. Yashirogahara. A big battle between the Empire and the Kingdom once raged here, turning the grounds into a vortex of radiotoxic particles. At the moment, both armies' human tanks fill the field, like dark red flowers blossoming all across the plain. Take this! Enemy spotted, destroying it, destruction commencing. Please die! It already began as we predicted, Big Bro. Lieutenant, if you hadn't stopped to buy ice cream on the way, we could have made it here much sooner. Hey, you can't blame me. You got one too. What are we going to do, Lieutenant? Lieutenant! Satou, what do you think of this battle? I think our side is on the back foot. We have to join the battle and give them support right away. On the back foot, you say? This hardly counts as that. How do you mean? Think about it. The kingdom currently owns some 10 times more human tanks than we do. But look at this battle. They are nearly neck and neck with each other. Are you saying there are too few enemy tanks here? Yeah. Where have the rest gone? That's the real question. Heshiko! Yes, sir. I'm here, Captain. There is a mountain path on the side of this artillery post, right? Yes, there is, sir. Go get there with some Poochies and have them self-destruct. Self-destruct, sir? That's right. Do it so that you burn off as much of the forest around there as possible. Kaboom! There goes a Poochie. There goes another Poochie. Kia! Lieutenant, it seems that they noticed us. Captain, the left path is still not on fire. We should follow it to the Imperial capital, even if it means making a detour. Okay, company, forward! No! Gah! They blocked off another route. Fall back! We're falling back to the plains! How? Just how do they read our moves? It's as though we're being led by the enemy. All aside! Stand ready! Standing ready! We are dancing in tune to the enemy shock tanks. This is just like... Fire! No! Enemy commander, show yourself! Should I? Yes, you should clearly just walk onto a battlefield with a bunch of human tanks and get your face shot off. What kind of commander would show himself on a battlefield filled with human tanks? Let us just have her perish together with her troops. So brutal of you, Satou. Second Lieutenant Chiyoko. Right here, and I'm ready to assemble more. Well then, we're starting preparations for the battle. Assemble as many tanks as you think we need. We're supposed to use the supplies from the previous battle to build our tanks, right? After you've assembled enough, deploy them on the battlefield and move out. And now we're going to get introduced to the battle screen. Oh, but before that, we get a flowchart. See? First you assemble your tank, and then you deploy your tank, and then you go fight the battle. Or a sortie. Yeah! Autosave. Here we go. This battle is known as the Yashirogahara interception. We're allowed 7 units at max. Currently we have 1. It's our command unit. Annihilate all the enemy tanks, which makes it sound annihilate all the enemy command tanks, which makes it sound like later on there could be multiple command tanks, but right now there's only 1. Battle ends with no victory conditions cleared. That means I take way too long or I die horribly. A fair and square frontal assault should work here. Deploy assault tanks in front and prepare for surprise attacks. Rightio. I can't do anything in formation until I actually deploy tanks, but first I have to assemble tanks. Alright, so we already have a command unit. So now I'm going to make a barrage tank. A barrage. I haven't really made use of this yet, the long-range barrage, but long-range tanks just kind of seem like something I'd like. Shock tank Poochies. They are the cheapest units to put on the field. They only take 150 crates. So if you know, which I happen to know, that someone's going to die in this fight, you might as well take a shock tank to do it. I'll need a recon as well, and then I'll need a size, yeah, whatever. All right, recons and your barrages, they both take 500 crates. So you want to protect them. You definitely want to protect your command tanks, who cost 2,000 crates. But we already have a command tank in Heshiko, so we're fine with that. I think that's 7, right? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there we go. Okay, so now we have to go deploy our tanks. I don't have any modules for Heshiko, that's fine. Alrighty, let me just... I don't quite remember where the enemy commander is in this battle. Which some would say is good, because I shouldn't have that kind of foreknowledge. Scout tank. Let's put on the recon extended radar. And we're putting the scout tank in the front for one specific reason. In case she doesn't die, which is the most important thing. I don't need that. You're actually just a sacrifice, so... I'm pretty sure there's an enemy Poochie right here. There are enemy assault tanks around here. And I think the enemy commander is somewhere back here. There's also an enemy assault tank up here, I believe. But I'm trying to intercept their Poochie with my Poochie. Because if I lose the shock tank, I only lose a 150 supply, so it would be good to sacrifice that to get what we want. I'll place our long-range barrage right here. That should be able to cover the entire battle. I don't believe I have any modules for her. I do not. The only modules I believe I have are the one for the Poochie and the one for Mike. So let me place these aside. And we're ready to rock. I might lose my recon because I am putting them out in a dangerous kind of position. But might be worthwhile. We don't know yet. I fought this battle twice because you can replay any mission you've played in free battle. The first time I only lost 1 assault tank to a Poochie that attacked us from the side. The second time I lost 2 assault tanks because I just made mistakes. And then the enemy commander, the first time I killed her was right there. The second time I killed her was right, I think it was here, because she had come down all the way over here. And I actually had Heshiko go kill her because I found out where she was because she took a shot. You'll see what I'm talking about later on. Battles, by the way. Let's go back into the formation. Battles. Any tanks survive, I get to bring over to the next... I can deploy another tank. I won't need it. I'm not going to. Any tanks that survive can be brought over into the next fight. More importantly than that, I just don't feel good about Mike being right there. That'll be fine. I'm using the extended radar anyway. In addition to that, you get points based on not only winning the fight, but also on how many enemy tanks you destroy. However, in this battle, I believe that the first time you do a battle, you gain most of your points will come from just victory. So I'm going straight for the enemy command tank to preserve my tanks. If in a free battle, your victory points will likely be very low, so you will want destruction points for that. I like to sacrifice my assault tanks because I'm a jackass, so we might see some of that. But I need to conserve because I need to make another later on in the game. You can make modules. Right now I can't because we're in a battle, so I'm not allowed to make a module. But later on you're allowed to make these things called modules, which we saw me put one onto Mike. they buff your units, give them various abilities, and they're actually extremely expensive. So I do need to try to not lose any of these tanks so that I don't have to build more later on. I'm allowed to lose a shock tank though. That's the only reason it's here. Oh, I already deployed. We're ready to go. Let's get into this. I might lose Mike though. I am trying a different strategy than I have in any others. Alright, let's do this thing. However many of our tanks fall, pay it no mind. Lieutenant, all you have to think about is how to destroy the enemy tank. But the less losses, the better, right, big bro? You guys are asking me for two conflicting things. Heshiko goes first. Okay. Poochie. Oops, not Poochie. I need you to move. Right there. Alright, we got the enemy Poochie there. I'm not allowed to move to intercept, however, so... Yes, I would send Heshiko out to intercept if she could, but she's being blocked. I can't do anything with you, Heshiko. The enemy Poochie's gonna be going here soon. Oh, cool, one of my guys gonna move first, alright. If you take out an enemy Poochie, they won't blow up. Like, even if you're right beside them and take them out, they can't blow up on you. Actually, that's not a Poochie, that's an assault tank. Where's our Poochie at? Uh-oh. They fired over there. I think I know where their location is, but I'm not going to take a chance on it. Found the enemy Poochie. I'm going to blow myself up and take her out. My Poochie will take that Poochie with her. Alright, your turn. Move up. Oh, yeah. I blocked her in? Crap. Okay, moving you up. There's nothing there. Stand by. You. Oh, someone just shot there. I think I know their location. You. Wide range recon. Alright, you. I see the enemy command tank. I'm taking her out. See how it's like Battleship? As you can, you saw those red squares whenever someone was taking random shots. That just alerts you where they shot. Like that's a square that they shot into. Since most assault units have a range of 2, you can generally guess where they're standing. However, we didn't quite need it because they were shooting up here, and it's just hard to guess. It's easier to guess whenever they're shooting towards your areas, because then you can kind of figure it out easier. But you know, sometimes you can pick off tanks that way. But didn't need to in this battle. My plan worked out pretty well. Long range radar, which is my module that I put on Mike, allowed us to detect their enemy tanks and take them out. We did lose our Poochie, but that was the only thing we lost, and it was meant to be lost. And we get a bunch of victory points for this. We also got salvage points. I think you only get a high victory percentage and a high salvage percentage if it's your first time in the fight. We also got destruction points for taking out their tanks. Gah, we're retreating. Why is that, ma'am? We have a lot more tanks than... Just look around. We have lost so many of them that we can't make it past the battery up top anymore. When did we lose this many? Guess we've annihilated the unit trying to get into Empire territory. Lieutenant, would you have any idea of why they didn't fight us squarely? If the two armies had clashed head-on, they would have easily won the battle with their superior numbers. Is that what's confusing you? Now I see. It's like they shot themselves in the foot trying to force their troops through the Ookawahara Battery. Why would they do such a thing? And how did you figure out they would, Lieutenant? Mission accomplished. We can be certain now. They have no such thing as an infinite-range battery. However, I confirm that the General from Hell is on their side. The General from Hell. So that's who we were fighting. They were afraid. Afraid of what? The Infinite-Range Battery. Do you mean Masamune? But that unit is already gone. Correct. But they don't know that. I know they don't, but it's still hard for me to believe they were afraid of just one single tank. An artillery stronghold with an infinite-range battery deployed on it. Just try and imagine how frightening it could be. We would have been able to bombard them before they got anywhere near us. Aha! I get it! If we had Masamune installed here, We would get to pick off whatever enemy tank we chose, no matter where it is. Correct, Choko. By the way, this is what confuses me. If we had Masamune for as long as we did, couldn't Choko have copied her design? We could have had like 1,000,000 infinite-range batteries. I would have liked that. So they purposely made the diversionary operation based on the uncertain intel of us having an infinite-range battery. Or rather, they doubted the intel. They wanted to ascertain whether it was true or not. Is it really thinkable that a unit would go that far only to obtain information? There are some things you cannot obtain without going that far. Ellipses. Yeah, I shut you up, Satou. News of the defeat of the Imperial Capital Conquering Regiment spread like wildfire throughout the entire land of Japan. The defeat of the Royal Army, that never had lost, and the sweeping victory of the Imperial Army, that had forgotten how to win. Those results caused the war between the two countries to intensify, and turn even more chaotic. Oh my god, it's like Liu Bei whenever he beats Cao Cao. Ah, everybody goes freaking crazy. It's like Chibi, actually. It'd be like Chibi. You know, everybody goes freaking crazy. We finally think we got a chance, and then Cao Cao slaps the bread out of our hands and says, "No! I'm Cao Cao, and I win battle." And that's that. Lieutenant, reports say the Royal Expeditionary Force retreated to Castle Matsumoto. No wonder, given that there's literally nothing in Yashirogahara. Thanks to the connecting line between the castle and the royal capital, they can get all the supplies they need up there. Yes, that is my strategy for reading these. I'm just going to read the names as fast as possible so that's just a jumble of words and I have less chance of being embarrassed. Big bro, where should we store the new materials we got? Oh, you mean the campaign reward? Since you're the only one to use them, they're all yours. Just take them into the hangar. You sure? Hurrah! Oh look, they ship the stuff in Amazon boxes. Amazon sure is handy. I'm pretty sure this is a play on Amazon. I can't believe that the army employs civilian transportation. Maybe the people upstairs also like Amazon. Amazon, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Alright then, I'm taking them to the hangar. Yeah, you carry all those boxes. I'm not going to lift a finger to help. Lieutenant. Oh, are you going to bed? It was a pretty tough day today. I believe that we would have lost the battle without your ambush strategy. Now this is something. It's the first time I've heard you praise me. Using explosives to cut off the opponent's path. That strategy is very much like what someone I really... What the hell, why can't I read? Using explosives to cut off the opponent's path. That strategy is very much like what someone I respect excels at. Did you learn it from someone? Nope. It's just something I came up with. Ah, big bro, Choco's sleepy. Aren't you gonna go to bed yet? Yeah, I'll go soon. Turn off the lights in the hallway, will you? Lieutenant. Eh? What? We are done talking. Could've just left. What happened, big bro? Did you have a fight with her? I don't know. She asked me about the strategy we used today. That strategy? It was one of your old tricks. It's been so long since the last time I saw it. But what made Satou so mad? Ah! Could it be because you stole it from someone else? There's no way I would do that. I just watch a lot of anime. Probably stole it from a show. And now the credits come back. By the way, the first time we see the intro and the first time we see the credits, I think I'm gonna have to cut, like split them up and raise the volume of them because otherwise they'll be really quiet. And I don't really appreciate that. I'd like them to be a little bit louder. Yosh. And I'm pretty sure this never changes, so skip all that jazz. The following day. Lieutenant, please take a look at this list of items. What's this? Spare ammo, right arm, microchips? Are these parts for human tanks? Exactly. Those things are the loot we gained from the previous battle. Speaking of loot, did we get any anime or video game merchandise? Oh no, this time it's when she shoots the gun, I think. I don't know. She shoots one of these arguments, she shoots the gun. Oh, Satou got mad. I was merely kidding. You cannot call that sort of thing loot. Wow, your voice sounds like it's coming from the depths of hell. So what you're saying is we should make good use of the spoils, correct? If you hadn't joked around, I wouldn't have had to waste a bullet. You didn't need to shoot either way. Holy smokes, big bro! I want this! I want this Gatling gun! Hey, who gave you permission to look at the list? I believe you know this, but you are supposed to transport the items to the headquarters. And they'll send us supplies in return. Thusly, they get the Gatling gun and we don't. See, Choko, this is why I don't let you look at the list, because it just makes you disappointed. I don't even look at the list anymore. In other words, the more enemy tanks you take down, the more supplies you gain. And even a weak unit like ours will get to grow strong, eh? I didn't say that we are weak. You don't have to be considerate of Chiyoko. We have a shortage of materials here at the moment. And she understands it's why our human tanks are weak. It is an obvious fact. That's not true. The human tanks Chiyoko builds are the strongest. Right, Heshiko? If you don't mind, I would like you to customize me to make me stronger, ma'am. I do not want to die. Human tanks aren't allowed to wish for a safe return. Just die a flash of death on the battlefield. Lieutenant, Second Lieutenant Chiyoko likes Heshiko better than any other tanks, so we should at least build a tomb for her. A tomb as grand as a goldfish would get. So a toilet bowl. Alrighty. I amount to a goldfish? It's because human tanks have no human rights. I can't afford to get killed. Now let me get to the main point. I know, we're supposed to fight every battle with the goal of wiping out all the opposing units. More supplies, more tanks, yada yada yada. Alright, that's my big bro. You're the best. I know, right? It was me who suggested the idea, though. Big bro, I want you to get lots and lots of materials so that I can develop new tank models. I also believe having new and stronger tanks will be the key to our corps seizing one victory after another. But keep in mind that developing a new tank model requires more materials than assembling one. Lieutenant, let's try and gain as much supplies as possible. Right. And we get the flowchart again, so that we know how to develop new tanks. See, you initiate development, and then upon completion, you get a new tank model. So they go from standard, I have a rocket launcher, to now I have a big pack of missiles. I don't know what that actually is. Did it? It's recommended to develop assault first due to its general usefulness. I disagree. I think it's best to develop recon first, because I don't know if you noticed, the normal recon, you saw Mike's like super long range special recon? The normal recon sucks. The recon bots can do a little bit better than like a Pucci or a Kara, but holy shit, their recon is terrible. So if I'm going to develop anything, I'm going to develop a recon module. Although some of these models, as you can see, are able to be used on multiple things. Cat Eyes actually sounds really useful. Increases sight range by 1 when equipped, which means that, obviously you can see further. And that would just be very useful on an assault unit, because assaults will be my units that are going out in the front line, obviously. And transmission speed by 1 when equipped. What that means is that they'll actually get their turns faster. Or well, does it? I don't know. I'm confused now because they also have a speed stat, but I don't know what a speed stat does. I know what move is. Alright. Scouting range plus 1 increases the range of recon by 1 when equipped. I think I'm gonna buy that. Wide range recon operation level 1. We have one of these already. And we also have the Daisy Bomb already. So I don't know if see, the thing about the Daisy Bomb, like this is what confuses me. I don't know whether modules, if a tank dies with a module on it, I don't know what happens to that module. I don't know if we get to use it or not. But it looks like that we would keep our module simply because this costs 5,000 credits, and a Pucci dies automatically when it blows itself up. So you'd basically be paying 5,000 credits every single time a Pucci would blow, every time that you wanted to use this, and that just seems like really stupid to me. I mean, that might be how they do it. Maybe they're like, because I mean that'd be a very powerful attack after all. The Daisy Bomb would be pretty freaking strong. So if you use it right, you can take out a bunch of tanks if they're grouped together. So, but not 5,000 crates worth of tank. I don't know. So I don't know. This is 40,000 credits, so I'm clearly not going to be able to get that right now. So I am going to buy the scouting range 1 plus 1. Because that'd be good. And this will leave me with almost no supplies. I can, however, make 2 Puccis, so if I wish to use them. And this is the, this is like, this is where you do things at, essentially. You can do what you need to do. No modules to assemble. I developed a module, so I should be able to put the module on things. That's not right. Huh, maybe I can't. Oh yeah, I have to assemble it next turn. Yeah, right. Yeah, I still have to make the module. And I can't use it until the next episode, currently, I think. But, you know, that's the thing that happens. Anyway, we're carrying all of these supplies into the next episode, as well as this. We've already got a module currently up for Thingamabob. And this is our battle record. Yay for us. Most of the time, owned modules. We have a bomb right now. Oh, we don't have a... Did me using that module actually take it out of the game? Because, man, modules will be expensive. Man, modules are expensive. I didn't think that would happen. Well, I lost my module, everyone. I probably shouldn't have blown it on that fight. Oh well. Modules are expensive. So that just decreases the usefulness of all things. I'm unhappy. But I guess you get a lot of crit supplies from each mission. Anyway, that's all we're gonna do for now. We're gonna continue on this next time, unless I decide that this is really boring and shouldn't be done. Overwrite the save? Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. That was like my test. I could have used that as like a tester thing. Oh well, too late now. So that's gonna do it for this time. We'll come back later on, and if I so choose, if I think this game's interesting enough to be posted. I like it though. I like this kind of style of game. It's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm leaving.